Good morning, truth seekers. It's your boy, King B, here to go over something new with you guys. First of all, I'm a huge sports fan, okay, specifically the Dolphins, as you can see. Boom. And so what I'm going to do every Tuesday is for Dolphins fans out there, I'm going to go ahead and go through, again, just speaking the truth. I watched a couple breakdowns on the game, and I'm not sure if people just don't know about football or they just listen to it on the radio. But being a coach for a long period of time and doing as much research as I do, I just want to kind of explain some things about how the Dolphins did. Now, for most people that know, the Dolphins lost the game to the New England Patriots 21-11. Also, if you end up watching this video and you like it, please like it. Hit like, share, subscribe. And then also, if you want me to do a breakdown on another team, I can do breakdowns on other teams as well. So for the New England Patriots, okay, against the Miami Dolphins, first of all, the scenario is this. The Patriots had 7 different players that have opted out for this season. They lost a couple of their major players from last year. So the thought was we don't really know where they stand. Now, they did get Cam Newton, and I think most people who are realistic understood that Cam Newton is an integral guy that can run the ball. He can throw some. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold up doing it the way they did against the Dolphins. But let's go ahead and get into the video here that's just going through some of the things that I wanted to talk about. First of all, actually, right before I get to that, I just want to point this out. I watch a lot of Dolphins, listen to their beat writers. I watch some YouTube videos on the people that speak on it. And let me explain something to you. I've heard this multiple times. The Dolphins lost 21-11, but it could have been much worse. It could have been much worse. And there's some truth to that, right? The reality is the Dolphins fumbled the ball, or New England fumbled the ball basically at the 1-inch line. So if they didn't fumble, then, they could have scored there. They also missed a field goal if they would have made it. Well, here's the thing about ifs, right? If cows had balls, they'd be bulls. So we can play that game because you can actually do it in the inverse as well. But I'll get to that later. First, I just wanted to address a couple things. One is if you look over our draft picks, okay, against free agents, a lot of times you've heard this argument, free agents versus draft picks. We need to pick up the big free agents. Well, let me go through some of the free agents. And I'm just going to give you a quick synopsis on how they played, and we'll see later as I go through the tape. Okay, Kyle Van Noy played like donkey doodle. I don't know if he couldn't breathe or what, but he would be he's close, okay? It's not like I guess he didn't play like donkey doodle. He was close, but he just did little things that did not affect the play the right way, and it could have been huge. Shaq Lawson played like he was fat and out of shape. He did not seal an edge pretty much the entire game. The best play he actually made was away from the ball before the defenders realized that it was going to be away from the ball. Byron Jones had a good game because I just didn't see anybody throw the ball his way, which leads me to believe that he did a good job, because if he wouldn't have done a good job, then it would have been clear that because that part of it would have shown up. Okay, you would have seen a deep pass, something to that, along those lines. So I saw something earlier, so I wanted to see if I could find it again. Dang, and I can't. Go figure. That's okay. But two of the guys, let me see if this will pop up. Oh, here we go. Good. Okay. So a couple of other things I want to go through. The free agents that they got was Van Noy. He did not play well. Shaq Lawson, he did not play well. Byron Jones played okay. Emmanuel Ogbah, he did not seal the edge as well. These Ogbah and Lawson were supposed to be the pieces that were supposed to seal the edges. Now, some of it was from defensive backs, and we'll show you that a little bit later, but just not good, okay? Not good. The Jordan Howard, not good. Breda, not good. Gruger Hill, Flowers, he played okay. He actually was probably, him or Davis were the two worst on our line, actually. Clayton Fledglam, he was inactive. Ted Karras played fantastic. Ted Karras was the best free agent that we had that played yesterday. I'll give Byron Jones some props too, since nobody caught anything on him. Landon Roberts played bad. And then Colbert was cut. Those are our free agents. Now you look at our rookies, right? Jackson played very well, gave up no sacks. And I know that people will be out there and saying that our line gave up a sack. I'll show that to you later in the video. But our offensive line gave up 0 sacks. Fitzpatrick gave up 1 sack on himself, and I'm going to show that to you. But Igbenogany, he was in a wrong spot, but he had good coverage. There was a time where Cam Newton specifically was going to go to him deep and hitch twice and then ran because he was just not open. Hunt only played 1 down, but they did score 2 downs, but they did score a touchdown. Raekwon Davis did not do enough on the inside because our inside was weak. And Godshaw played a terrible game, worst game I've seen him play. Really disappointed. Was expecting a lot out of Godshaw, and he just did not play well. Wilkins played well, which made him look even worse. Now, yes, sometimes he got doubled, but if you're a defensive tackle, your job is to get doubled, and you don't have to break through and make great plays. Hold the line, okay? That's what you got to do as a defensive tackle. Hold the line. Let the linebackers get through. Brandon Jones, our 3rd-round pick for the Dolphins, he played fantastic. He was all over the field. He took a couple bad angles, but he's a rookie. That'll get better. He's got to break down a little bit better. He will. Solomon Kinley absolutely hossed. I mean, he played fantastic. So I couldn't be more happy with how they played. So let me look on here real quick. It said that 2 Dolphins defenders ranked among the top NFL rookies in week 1. That was Brandon Jones and Noah Igbenogany. So like I said, I thought they both played pretty well. Brandon Jones played very well. So Brandon Jones had a 65, the 8th highest score given out by a rookie defender in week 1, with C.J. Henderson, Kinlaw, and Chase Young being the other ones. So Igbenogany did a great job too. He had a 55 final grade score. It wasn't fantastic, but he did better than Damon Arnett, cornerback out of Ohio State, I believe. Patrick Queen, linebacker, cornerback A.J. Terrell from Clemson, Kenneth Murray from Oklahoma, Isaiah Simmons from Clemson, and Patrick Queen from LSU. So I'm pretty sure those are all the schools. It didn't have the schools. I'm just going off the top of my head. But he did play better than all those people as far as grading out. The other thing I wanted to mention was we did have Brandon Ferguson, who's our long snapper. He did a good job. No issues there. Actually, New England had some snapping issues, but they got all the plays off. My major concerns in this game are in large part the sealing the edge on the run defense. We got to seal the edge. We also got to stay in our lanes. For those people that don't know, I'm going to do a little bit of film breakdown right here, and hopefully I can explain this to people well. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring this up on the screen. We'll make it nice and big for you guys. Okay, in football, this is not a matter of everybody for themselves. Okay, each man has a rushing lane. Okay, so there's lanes within each one of these. Okay, so right here, a couple things I want to show you on this play. All right, so as you can see, Kyle Van Noy gets in here. Now, he's the read man. So Cam Newton is dragging this out, seeing what this guy does. Van Noy breaks down right here when really what he should have done, in my opinion, is fire through. If you see a mesh that's continuing, just blow the play up. Blow the play up. You could have a fumble. Even if you're fooled and you don't get the right guy, then at least that guy's going to have to get around you and another body. You cannot come here and break down and just let them read you. This makes reading you much easier. As someone that's played quarterback, the last thing that you want, okay, is a guy free running in at you to blow you up. Okay, you would much prefer him to stop and read something that you're going to do because that gives you a second. Okay, and because he doesn't, and this right here is Jerome Baker. He did a lot of good things. I think he had 17 tackles, but he gets out of his gap. Okay, he gets out of his gap, and that allows Cam Newton. So this guy gets sealed. And look at this blocking right here. This is Landon Roberts. This is our free agent pickup. Look at him getting locked up by a tackle. He's 5 yards off the ball and just let this guy get into him and lock him up. This guy's constantly getting driven back. Look at these blocks. Block, 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 block. This was the guy. And he misses it. This guy comes out of his zone. And that's where the run comes from. And so although he touches him 9 yards before, he ends up getting a 10-yard carry right there pretty much. Officially 7, but let me go ahead and take the volume off of here. We don't need the volume. Okay. This play right here. Okay, this was well done. This is a blitz. And again, this is where you'll notice what he did when he blitzed. He did not go for the fake. Not at all. Just go straight for the quarterback. Let somebody else take their responsibility, which is the running back, and blow the play up. Good job. What I wanted to show you next was, okay, so here we go again. This is guys just getting out of their lanes, okay? You have 2 guys out here with a tight end. This tight end right here absolutely dominated blocking us. I mean, just watch the guy at the top of the screen. Boom. Sealed our edge just like that. When he seals down like this, you have got to take and hold outside position. Instead, he doesn't. This linebacker, again, watch this linebacker right here. Look at this lineman right here. This is just, I mean, are you kidding me, dude? Like, these linebackers got mauled by this offensive line. This offensive line played fantastic. I mean, I don't care who you are. You could be the fattest, laziest bum, and this is a walk-in right here. You got one cornerback who took a terrible line. Okay, this is Rowe, Eric Rowe. He played terrible. He really did. He had a bad game. Yeah, that's an easy play. Okay, easy play. Let me show you something else. I don't think I showed you guys on the first one. Watch this guy right here. You see the guy with the towel right here? This right here is Devin Godshaw. You know what? This actually might be Shaq Lawson. It's either Shaq Lawson or Godshaw. Watch this play. Watch this dude. He just gets completely cleaned out of the hole. That is just absolutely unacceptable. Watch the guy with the towel again here. He's supposed to hold, and look where the ball ends up getting ran. You see in between the hashes, you see he's holding the middle of the hash to that hash. Watch this. He runs right where he was. Now, look, I understand you got double teamed, but this is what you get paid to do. You get paid to fight to hold that. You don't have to get over here. You can even get dropped back a foot or two. What you can't do is get pulled out of your lane. And this is the thing that happened all day. So the other thing I wanted to go towards is I wanted to show you guys some Ryan Fitzpatrick stuff, okay? Because during this, I've heard, oh, well, Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'm going to show you why the interception that Ryan Fitzpatrick threw was his fault, even though Preston Williams slipped. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Here you go. You got trips over here. Running back here. Preston Williams down at the bottom, okay? Watch his eyes on the snap of the ball, okay? He tries to look that way. He knows he's coming back here, okay? He knows he's coming back here. And so he snaps his head over there, okay? I understand he wants to get the first down. But you could throw to this guy right here, and yeah, you might pick up 5 or 6, and you're going to have to punt. And I don't mind trying to go down the field First of all, that's a great pocket, but look how he just shortens up his motion here. Great job. This is Solomon Kinley right here. This is our, what is he, our third round draft pick. They do a stunt, picks up the linebacker beautifully here. This guy loops around. Our center, Karras, needs to slide out to pick this guy up. And he's a little bit late doing it. But again, look at that pocket and this long, slow wind up. And he's just he's not remotely open. Now, you can make the argument that nobody was open, okay? But this is just trying to use eye manipulation, snapping back, and then this long delivery. See how he even kind of did a little hop right there? Watch this again. So he looks there. He's here. He hops up, and this slow flickering ball, okay? That's going to make it easier to be intercepted. That's why I think it's his fault. Yes, he slipped, but he's covered. This is Gesicki on their shortest cornerback, number 33. We should have been abusing 33. We didn't. Instead, we're throwing it Gilmore here because he likes Preston Williams because he can jump. Well, so can Gesicki, and Gesicki's on a guy that's literally up to his shoulder. If you're going to go one-on-one, go to your best matchup. Pro Bowl corner, not Pro Bowl receiver. That is a bad decision. It's not a good throw. He did a lot of things wrong there for me to just ignore it. Okay? Let's go to a couple other things that he did. Okay? Here we go. Again, look at this. I mean, he has one of the worst throwing motions in all of football. Just watch him again. And again, every pass, that one was behind him. If you look early in the game, there was a throw that he made. That was behind him. I mean, he just constantly throwing behind people. All right, that was a good play. They sealed it up, but really they just fell on him. There was nobody that came through. All right, so let's watch this play. There's the one he threw behind him. He threw every pass behind or off target. It was really frustrating. Let's go ahead and look at this one. That was his best throw of the day right there. And again, I think it's important. Look at this line protection. Now, I will warn Dolphins fans out there that say, our offensive line played fantastic. They did, but watch something real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means we got 2 guys in routes. 2 guys in routes. Okay, that is a difficult way to do things. Now, this guy's going to end up coming out, but look, he's already over here in zone. So they've got 4 rushers. We've got 7 in protection. So this is just the right call at the right time. And then Devontae sitting in the that's Preston Williams sitting in the coverage. Okay. Good field goal. Our kicker looked good today. All right. Here's our next. Let me see if there's one right before that. No, it's this one. All right. So let's look at the drive here. Okay. This is, again, just terrible. Terrible. Let's look. First of all, look from the minute that he drops back. Watch what happens with his head. He is staring at him right now. Now, the right throw here is all the way over here. This guy on a fade, make this look, well, I mean, if you're going to look the way he's looking right now, which is this way, then look this way and throw it up over here to Jakeem Grant. It makes no sense to stare down right here. Stare down. Look at him. Still looking at it. Still looking at it. Still looking at it. Still looking at it. I mean, look, he's just reading him. Like, this is just so bad. I mean, there's just no excuse there. And actually, let me show you something else. That if he doesn't stare down that receiver, let's watch Mike Gesicki here, okay? This is Gesicki. Let's watch Mike Gesicki. He's right here. Watch this. So there's a term as a quarterback. It's called, if you're even, I'm leaving, okay? Once he crossed these two, This guy, he used him as a pick. Okay? See how the two defenders? He's going to split the defenders and then get behind them this way. What that means is this whole area over here is open. Because if you look this way, this safety is going to move this way, which he does, and you'll see in a second. But this guy right here is open. You could throw it right here, first down. That is wide open in the NFL. Wide open. He could have thrown anywhere over here. Mike Gesicki for the first down. Instead, he turns and throws it right to a linebacker. Boop. Terrible. Again, this is the second time where he knew exactly where he was going to throw it before he took the snap. And you can limit it down to maybe two guys or something. But knowing exactly where you're going to go with the ball is a bad idea before you snap the ball. I mean, knowing, again, unless it's a quick slant or something, dropping back and going, I'm throwing it this place no matter what, is going to lead to a lot of interceptions in the NFL. Let's go ahead and watch. This is Agba right here. Let's just watch this real quick. They send in this guy in motion, okay? So he wants to make sure he doesn't get cracked. But once this guy continues to come in motion, he's past him now. So this end has to know that they're in man coverage, which means the linebacker's coming over, which means he has outside support. This whole lane right here, this is his spot right here, right where this first down sign is to the hash mark. That's this guy's responsibility. Watch what he does. He oversteps it so that this guy gets position on him now. Now he's got leverage, and now he's going to get blocked. Completely terrible there. Terrible. If you're even with Cam Newton, he is going to beat you around the outside. That is bad. Remember, I said where the 1st and 10 sign is. He should have been right here. This would have made Cam cut in. You have help here. Even though, again, man on man, we are getting blocked all over the place. But look, I mean, just no chance. He didn't score right there. He stepped out of bounds. They reviewed it. He still stepped out of bounds, yet somehow they gave him the touchdown. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 5. I give it to the fact that you have to be able to get some separation, and we're not having a lot of luck on the separation here. But here's the thing, right? You're not in any kind of pressure right here. You're in a good spot. What a great job being done right there by Jackson. Okay, great job. Look at Kinley's got his man. These are rookies, guys. There's a lot to be happy about. This is 5-on-4-3 blocking again, or 5-on-4 blocking. But this guy is man on man. This guy is man on man right here. Okay. Just not good. I mean, he gave himself kind of a chance, I guess. But we got to do better than that. Here's where they fumble. And again, we got out of position, but let's go ahead and watch. This is the 3rd quarter. It's a good throw. And again, look at the pocket right here. I mean, that pocket is just beautiful. We got to get Jakeem Grant on more crossers. He can get open against pretty much anybody on a crosser. He should be running crossers almost every time. Here we go. Another job. Great pocket. I mean, great pocket. Now, Gesicki makes this catch, but look at Grant. Just what? I mean, this, he's got to be able to get the ball to him, and then you have Grant in the open space. Okay? Look, yes, we caught the ball out here. I'm not saying it's terrible, but you have time like this. You have one of the fastest people on earth here. Just get him the ball, and it becomes a punt return. It is not about throwing the ball 15 yards on 1st and 10. It's about throwing the ball and letting your players make something happen. That is wide, wide open. And you even meshed him with this guy, so it left him even more wide open. If he catches this, let's see what he can do in the open field. Instead, he throws the jump ball like he always does. And yes, it gets caught this time. But this is actually going to rear its ugly head later in the game. Okay? Here we go. Something to notice. It's 14-11. 14-11 with 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Okay? Everybody says it could have been worse. It could have been better. Something they didn't show in this video is that we had 3 tip balls, Twice the ball popped up in the air, and we did not get it. So when tip balls go up in the air, most of the time, or at least almost half the time, they tend to get intercepted. We didn't make any of those plays happen. We also gave up 2 turnovers, to which we gave them 2 extra possessions and stopped them 2 extra times. So all things considered, it could have been better for us as well. If we don't have those 2 turnovers, we ended up having 3. One's in the end zone, so that takes points away from us. The other one was at halftime at midfield, and the other one was at halftime, or 8 minutes before halftime at midfield again. There was in the third quarter, I don't know if it's going to show me. No, in the third quarter, we had 50 more yards than they did. 50 more yards, which means our lines were doing the job. And they got a couple finicky penalties. They got a hand to Cam Newton's face. It never hit him in his face. It hit him in his shoulder. They got there was another thing. Yes, you got to call the Jerome Baker, but to me, a guy dives and he's in the playing field. He did not wrap him up. He did not do anything excessive. I just think that was a little bit ridiculous. But those things went against us. So there's a lot of situations in this game where we could have won. Okay, now let's talk about after we scored this touchdown. Okay, after we scored this touchdown, which was a good drive by Fitzpatrick, I want to show you what rookies do. Okay, this guy's a rookie out here. This is Noah Igbenogany at the top of the screen. This guy right here is Eric Rowe. He just played really bad. And again, you got to understand, I could be wrong because I'm not in their defensive room. I don't know which lanes are theirs. But you can get a pretty good idea once they say hike because people tend to go to their lanes initially. It's just whether they can stay there or not. Jamal Wilkes coming through. But let's watch how Van Noy shoots down. That leads me to believe that it's a stunt between him and this linebacker. That means he's taking this lane right here, and this linebacker is taking the outside lane. And watch. You can see it. You see how he immediately stepped inside? Now, it's possible. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I should have blown that up for you again. I'll take that back and show you. All right. So, again, this guy is Van Noy. Van Noy could be wrong. Maybe he just went on his own and jumped in here. But he's been in their defense for a long time, so I doubt that's the case. I believe he jumped to the inside here because this guy is supposed to loop around. And you can see this guy even takes a step to the outside like he's supposed to. Watch. Inside. There he goes. He does not get wide enough. He just goes straight downhill, and now he has no angle. And this guy, even though he's in coverage, and he's a rookie, so I'm going to give him a pass. He comes down. Igbenogany has to take a better angle. He lets himself get sucked too far inside. And Jamal Wilkes takes a terrible angle, basically running into Igbenogany. Now, I'll tell you something else I like. This is Kruger Hill, okay, 51. Okay, I want to show you what happens when this guy gets the outside. Watch Rowe quit on the play. This is Rowe right here. Okay, he's the one that messed up, took the wrong angle. Now watch. Sorry, right here. See, there's no way this guy's 5 yards faster than him. No way. He's a corner. He's a linebacker. They're all at the same spot. Watch what happens. When 21 gets beat, he just starts lollygagging. Meow. Like 51's gaining with his angle. And again, this is just good effort play by our linebacker who actually wasn't. Let's watch it again. This is not Baker's play to make. Baker's in the middle. His run lane is right here. Okay, he's got to avoid everything. He does a good job of basically seeing what's going on, seeing that his angle was shot, and going after him. And Baker is fast enough to run, and at this point, still in bounds. Still in bounds. Now he's out of bounds, and Baker had already dove. Like, you got to have a little bit better discipline than that. Very disappointing, okay? Again, just no pass rush from Shaq Lawson, Igbenogany. what the heck is his name? Sorry. Emmanuel Ogba, and again, Landon Roberts, just nothing doing here. Nothing doing. A little bit of a hold that doesn't get called. And just easy. Easy, easy, easy. This cannot happen. All right, let's look at some other things. Here we go. Last probably 5 minutes we'll go through. All right, here's the sack. So let me show you guys something. Okay, I keep hearing that the line give up a sack. Let me show you what the line did. That's what the line did. That is a pocket. That is a perfectly good pocket. This is happy feet. He has got his feet out of rhythm right now when he should still be standing here. We got a 2-on-1 block on this dude. We've got 2-on-1 here. This guy, Davis, is eating this dude's lunch. He's trying to spin, but he's got no hope. Our lineman, Karras, beautiful job. Got this guy locked up right here. We've got a guy crossing that is at least open for a couple yards. Remember, it's just 2nd and 9. Okay? 2nd and 9. Again, he's obviously staring at something that he wants. They're not getting it. And then look, he runs into the sack. Why did he run this way? Again, he has a pocket. He could just step into the pocket. This guy goes inside. Jackson was blocking him. Good job there. 75's helping. 75's kind of pushing him. He should have taken the 75. Should have taken a better angle right there. Really, Eric Flowers should have moved his feet a little bit more instead of just lunging. But again, you're fine right there. You're not in any danger. You're not in any danger. Now you've turned yourself this way. That's the direction this guy's headed. You could still step in here and be good to go. There's no, look, you could still have moved up. And instead, you start running towards the defender and get yourself sacked. That's just foolishness. That is just not good. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Again, I don't really like the happy feet here. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, you could just throw it to him. It's 2nd and 10. This guy's wide open right here. Wide open. Stick the ball in. Read long to short. His read's taking too long. Jakeem Grant's still open. Our best receiver when it comes to getting the ball and getting open space right here. Just completely ridiculous that we miss it. Then we take this guy's slow running. Okay? Now, yes, that's great effort. I have no problem with the effort. But wouldn't you rather have Jakeem Grant in the open field than Ryan Fitzpatrick? See him move down. We're going to get to one more thing I want to show you guys here. Behind him again. Okay? That's what he does a whole bunch. Throws behind people. Okay. So let's look at something right here. Okay? Look at where he's looking. He's clearly looking here. Look at 27. Let me teach you guys something real quick. See how he's dropping back and looking at the quarterback? Okay, anybody that knows football will say this guy is actually in a zone coverage. He's in zone. So's he. And you know how you know? He's looking at the quarterback, looking at the quarterback, looking at the quarterback. Telltale sign it's zone coverage. I don't care if they got a man over each person. They're not in man. Ready? You see how this guy is still turned there? That's because he's reading his eyes, and his eyes are saying, Gesicki, please get open, Gesicki. Gesicki, I'm still looking at you, Gesicki. Just get open, Gesicki. Now, look, right now, this guy is in a terrible position to get to the back corner of the end zone. He throws this over the top to the corner of the end zone. Jakeem Grant toe taps, and we're within 3. We have all 3 timeouts, and all you got to do is kick an – actually, what I would do is kick an onside kick, use all 3 of your timeouts, or at least 2 of them, okay? Whether they kick a field goal or not, I might even kick it all the way down. They got to go with 3 and out regardless. But that's the decision that you want to make at that point. Right now, you throw it to the corner of the end zone. I'm going to show you guys something that I saw yesterday. Before here you go. He has not let go of the ball yet. This guy is fully gazed on that. If he, which would have the same almost motion if he was throwing to this guy, would see the right guy and throw it to the corner pylon, this is a touchdown. Instead, that's why this guy is so open at this point, because he's biting on the ball because he stared him down. This goes to the corner, that's a touchdown. Instead, he throws to Gesicki, misses, a little bit of hand fighting there, maybe, maybe not. Okay, so here we go. In conclusion, the good news is the fourth quarter, it was 14-11. This offensive line from New England played fantastic. Can't be mad at that at all. They did a great job. And we had 3 tip balls, no picks. We did stop them. They had no deep throws. They had 1 long run. We had Howard that was at full strength, and he was Devontae Parker, next week will be at full strength. We'll have Xavier Howard next week, hopefully at full strength. So we do need to get some people back. The rookies look really good. There's a lot to be positive about. Fitzpatrick played a really bad game. So did Agba, Van Noy, Lawson. Those are the guys that I really expect. Landon Roberts. Those guys have got to play better. If they play better, we have a good opportunity. Hopefully this is a good breakdown for everybody. If you liked it, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share to anybody that might be a Dolphins fan. If you're a Dolphins fan, check it out, whether you like my politics or not. I try to keep it as honest as possible. This is King Truth, and I'm out of here.